Another eventful Atlassian week recap. Today we take a look at automation for Jira finally landing in Data Center 5.0, new data residency data center in Germany. Then we look at this week events, follow up by the new State of Teams report, the 2022 edition. We'll talk about another exciting acquisition by Appfire and close it all off with the article of the week about the role of Chief Vibe Officer. Interesting stuff, so make sure to stick around. Don't forget to check all of the links for everything we mentioned down in the description. So yeah, first of all, welcome to our new Monday coffee setup. We changed things around a bit so we can talk in the same room. What do you think? Like the vibe? Don't like the vibe? Let us know in the comments. And speaking of feedback, we created a quick feedback form for you to fill in. We need your help to evolve Monday Coffee to the next level. So we want to hear from you. What are your bits you want us to keep in Monday Coffee? What should we do more of? Should we maybe have more guests? Should we talk more about partner updates? We've been doing this weekly for almost 2 years, and we want to make sure that we continue to serve your ever-evolving need for Atlassian updates. So please do take a minute of your time at the end of the stream to submit the form. It's the first link below in the description and stuff. Right, but now let's talk updates. We'll start with a quick but exciting announcement. Automation for Jira feature is now native in Jira Data Center version 5.0 and up. This is big news, not only for data center users that were using the plugin version, but also for new users that might not have been acquainted with automation capabilities inside Jira. If that's you, head on over to this post. There's a link there to get you started with learning how to automate repetitive actions and also understanding concepts like automation triggers and rules. Having automation for Jira, this powerful tool at your disposal, is a game changer for any team using Jira. So yeah, go on and take advantage of it.
Well, that's exciting that automation for Jira is now in data center as well. I have quite good news for enterprise customers again, so let's go to this one. The Atlassian team announced the launch of new data residency location option, Germany. You can now select to host your data in the Europe, US, Australia, and Germany. The next location options will be the UK, Japan, and Canada later this year. There are also more upcoming improvements to the Atlassian enterprise products like HIPAA compliance, audit log improvements, new app access controls, and more.
Yeah, it's exciting to see new data centers, especially Germany, which is heavily regulated. So it's awesome to see being able to host your data in the country that wants you to host your data in. Right. Okay, so before we start talking about this week's events, I'd like to let you all know that both Nikki and I will be in London on 8th December at O2 Arena for the High Velocity ITSM event, a full day of awesome talks and networking at the famous venue and with a famous special guest. And no, it's not talking about Nikki here, but artist will.i.am will be performing for Atlassian fans of ITSM. So yeah, let's meet for a drink and chat at the High Velocity ITSM in December. Check the link in the description for more information. Right, as for this week events, pretty packed on the partner organized side with a couple of safe European symposium happening this week, one in Paris tomorrow and another in London on 17th. You also get a couple of ITSM related webinars and a couple on migrating to cloud. Or for something spicier, try Expume's introduction to portfolio management in Jira with advanced roadmaps on Thursday. As for Atlassian Organized, join a webinar tomorrow with experts talking about the perks of Atlassian Premium. As always, dig into details about any of these events on Goosely Calendar.
Ooh, I can't wait for the London event on ISTO. That's gonna be cool.
Yeah, so if you have a ticket, come down and let's have a drink. Looking forward.
Okay, well, let's go to the next one. Atlassian published the State of Teams reports for this year. Atlassian interviewed over 1,700 knowledge workers to learn about their workplace. This is actually a second year Atlassian published the State of Teams report, so it's quite interesting to see how the numbers change from year to year. Although we hear a lot recently about many people disengaging from work, aka quiet quitting, the numbers showed otherwise. Actually, 78% of surveyed people said they are enthusiastic about their work, which is 9% increase from the last year. The numbers in general looked better for teams that have more work flexibility than the ones that were more restricted. Interesting was also the number of hours in the meetings, which is on average 5 hours for office workers and 8 hours for people in the distributed teams. There is also a strong link between the number of hours in the meetings and the likelihood of experiencing burnout syndromes. So the more time you spend in the meetings, the higher chance you get a burnout syndrome. So watch that. There are also more interesting numbers in this report. So if you're leading the team or you're just interested to have a look.
Yeah, so 100%, especially that some of this might apply to your teams. You know, sometimes you look at these reports and you say, oh, that's a generalist thing. It doesn't happen to my team. But yeah, definitely have a look and see how you can improve the way you work with your team. Right. It's the season for powerful partnerships, and Appfire is at the forefront with another exciting acquisition, this time striking a deal with Nextup AI, the popular partner providing productivity and collaboration solutions for Slack and Microsoft Teams. Integrations between platforms and tools are a vital part of any modern and flexible workforce because it enables seamless collaboration and also prevents context switching. Every single productivity platform is leaning hard nowadays on cross-ecosystem integrations to increase user acquisition and retention. So it's not difficult to understand why Appfire has made a big step forward in this direction. And what better way forward than with Nextup, which helped to date over 10 million users to work smarter by integrating Slack and Microsoft Teams with Jira and Confluence. And with this acquisition, Appfire is also increasing its AI capabilities and hiring a brilliant team. So an exciting partnership, and we wish both teams nothing but success in their next joint journey.
Congratulations on the acquisition, Appfire, and the Nextup. And now to the article of the week, why our team has a Chief Vibes Officer and yours should too. Chief Vibes Officer is a new fun role in the team that rotates every week. The person who is CVO that week declares and maintains the vibe to bring the team closer to keep them in tune. But how do they do that? Well, first they declare the vibe on Monday. Some examples are, for example, cozy, curious, Thor, beachy, and so on. Then they take the opportunity throughout the week to share the quotes, motivational messages, and, for example, even a meeting icebreakers that are all related to that vibe. So, for example, if the vibe is beachy, everyone changes their Zoom background to the beach and wears flower shirts, or if the vibe is cozy, there is a candle, cottage style, and they have a knitted jumper. And on Friday, the CVO conducts the vibe check, where people share how the week went, their favorite moments, and so on. This is a great way how to break otherwise monotonous weeks and bring the team closer together. So if you're looking for some activities that you can play with your team when you are distributed, definitely check this out.
Do we have a Chief Vibe Officer at Jexo?
I think Chief Vibes Officer is Peanut.
Yeah, definitely. She gives us the best vibes. Before we close off, just a reminder, we have a feedback form, as I mentioned at the beginning. Tell us what you want to find out more on Monday Coffee. What do you want us to communicate more of, and the general format of this show. As you see, we're evolving always, and we want to make sure that we listen to you as well. So yeah, check out the form and fill it in.
And that's about it for the news about Atlassian. I hope that you enjoyed Monday Coffee with Jexo, whether you're watching us live or recorded later. Just a reminder, links for all the topics that we discussed today are in the description, so don't forget to check them out. And just to make sure that you don't miss on the latest and greatest from the Atlassian ecosystem, make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Have a great week, everyone.
Bye, see you soon.